I didn't tell you this, but one time I got thrown out of my bunk. I used to sleep in the top driver's side, and we had a driver that wasn't paying attention. It was raining. Our bus ended up skidding sideways, and I fell out of the bunk.
Oh my gosh.
And we were like inches from a Corvette in front of us. It was like crazy. And I'll never forget, like in hindsight, I'm looking at it, it's like, how didn't you see the brake lights?
Right.
Well, I know how he didn't see. He wasn't paying attention. He's probably looking at his phone or doing, who knows what he was doing. And I just knew that is not the guy I want to be ever. So I drove like smooth as glass, and you would come into a city and I was reading the green, stale greens, and when I was taking off from a green light, I'd let the idle take me up instead of putting my foot on the pedal right away. I was like, if I did if I did lane changes, it was 10 Mississippis.
You want to be catering to what you would want in a bunk.
100%.
But damn, do you care about people.
I love people.
Well, take me into how you got the gig with Prince.
Prince taught me to go to that next level.
He was known for never stop working, right?
Next level. Prince was the pinnacle level that all of them would want to follow if you wanted to be the best of the best. He taught me professionalism at a 5-star level and beyond. When you read the room, not just reading the room, read the entire environment, which is like we're staying in 5-star hotels, like upper 5-star with white gloves. The first time we stayed at one, I was like, my bus needs to be like that.
Ooh.
So I started doing it. I started folding the tissue. I started folding the towels. I'd go get the flowers out of catering and I'd put it in a vase. I made that bus a 5-star hotel. It's being considerate,
Above and beyond, though. Then not many people do this. That's above and beyond. Is there any other Prince stories that you want to leave us with before we kind of move past?
Oh, I have tons, but I'll go with the one when I first picked him up. I was told all these things. You can't look at him, can't talk to him, can't blah, blah, blah. And, everything, all the communication has to be through. And I'll tell this to everyone. You know what? Never listen to what people say. Just be yourself. Read the room, know when to step out, and give them 110% of service. And then see where it goes from there. Yes. Don't force yourself on it. You're not supposed to go back in the lounge. Hey, I'm so-and-so. No, just do your job. Be in the thing. And if you're doing such a good job, they're going to come to you because they're going to want to know who's this master of, behind the wheel. I want to know who this guy is that TCB's to next level.
I was told, don't talk, don't, whatever. And I was like, this person's talking to me. Am I allowed to talk back? I mean, it's reading the room. If they're 100%. Talking to you, talk back. Be a normal person. Yeah, totally.
So we went to the La Jolie and I pulled in, I had to pick Prince up at the Beverly Hilton or Beverly. It was one of the hotel, really fancy place, right? Where he always stayed. But I went to the Jolie. That's where I had my room. That's where the crew and the band and everybody was, and a great hotel. Yeah. And they're very accommodating. So that's the first time I met Takumi, and he came, he wanted to see the bus, and it was a brand new Star car, had 5,000 miles on it. I put half the miles were from me getting from Nashville to California, beautiful bus. And he's walking around the bus, and he sees that Elvis plate, and he says, man, you're going to have to take that off. And I was like, really? He said, yeah, Prince doesn't like Elvis. You're going to have to take that off. Oh, yeah, because stealing black people's music and then bringing that. But without Elvis, I don't think they would have had the rock and roll. Agreed. Wouldn't have really had the doors open and become mainstream. Yeah. So I was like, well, we'll see. I'll leave it. We'll see what happens. I'm not changing that. And if he tells me to take it off, then I'll take it off. Nice. So I go to the hotel like 2 hours early from my pickup. And what I did was when I brought the bus there, I scanned and I knew he was going to come out the side door. He's not going to come out the front. So I parked the bus with the door lined exactly up with the sidewalk. So, because I knew, this is all doing homework, doing research and figuring stuff out. Right. And I actually knew he liked orchids. So I bought this is back in 2004, I spent $110 or $115 on a thing of orchids that I put on there. And I wrote a hand note of like, thank you for choosing Pioneer and and just put that on the front table. And so I have the bus lined up. And I'm shining it. It's a sunny day in California. The bus is blinging. The chrome's blinging. It's looking great. And I'm polishing I think I was wiping down the mirror just to make the mirror more, so, I want this thing to bling like a diamond. And this guy is walking down the road, and he's looking, this tall black guy with a white t-shirt, looked like raggedy jeans. And the way he was walking, I'm just thinking to myself, oh my God, that's the last thing I need is someone hanging around while I'm supposed to be picking up Prince. Mm-hmm. So he's coming from the back of the bus, and he comes up. This is so funny. It's so true. But anyways, he comes up to the back of the bus, and he looks up at the bus and he goes, "Whose bus is this?" And I said, "Elvis." And he goes, "Elvis is dead, man." I go, "Shit, no wonder I've been waiting so long." I open the door, jump on the bus, lock the door. I'm looking that you can't see in, right? And I'm going, "Go away, go away, go away, please go away." And he's like stands there and he's shaking his head, and he disappears, right?
There you go.
Goes away. Great. About 15, 20 minutes later, I get a phone call. "Hey, we're coming out." So I get off the bus. I'm dressed nice, and I get off the bus and ready to open the door so he can walk straight into on the bus. So here they are. They come. The security guard on his left side was the same guy. Now he's dressed in a black suit and he's all looking like $1 million. Same guy. And I'm like thinking to myself, oh my God, I just got tested.
Yes,
I just got tested. If I would have said something like, it would have been a phone call to say, "Hey, we don't need your bus. Tell them to go away." And so he comes up. This is so funny. So he comes up. I'm holding the door open. And, you're not supposed to look at him. You're not supposed to talk to him and stuff. This is Prince. He goes, "Nice to meet you, Neville." Gets on the bus. Scott hits me on the shoulder, like really hard too. It's like, back. He says, "Good job. Let's go."
Wow.
Off to the Staples Center. Yeah.
That is a test.
And that was like the click. It was like him and I from that moment, it worked.
That is just a universal truth right there is, if you're in this business, you are confidential. Yeah. You are not sharing who you're working for. Yeah. You're not sharing where you're going, what you're doing.
I don't know if that was the reason, but I told you this earlier. I'm the only person on the Prince tour that never signed an NDA. And I don't know if he missed it, but here's the thing. I don't see Prince missing anything.
Interesting.
So it could have been just a huge trust factor.
Wow.
So